everyone. This is Keith Reed again. Thank you so much for tuning in to 5 Minutes on Worship. Again, we are joined by Pastor Teddy Ceasar, who is the pastor of Destiny Church International. And as I mentioned to you guys in the previous broadcast, he also happens to be my pastor as well. So we've been talking about musicians and pastors moving in the flow. And so today we wanted to just address very quickly the relationship between the musician and the pastor and just the importance of flowing on one accord. So, Pastor, with that being said, would you mind just kind of sharing just some of your thoughts about that relationship and, how to develop that relationship? I know that there's been many a time that we've set aside intentional time to just really sit down and talk when you've assigned me to actually lead worship and things of that nature. So can you, again, like I said, just kind of share with us what your thoughts are on that, to trying to make sure that that relationship is developed and how to develop it?
Certainly. I think every pastor has a predominant flow, or every pastor has a sound that they want to create in the house. And so I think it's important for conversations and times together between pastor and musician to be established, so that as the pastor is setting vision for the house, as the pastor is trying to create atmosphere that's going to help facilitate the move of God, it's important that those conversations are had so that it allows the church and the music ministry to get on the same page, so that sound is created, so that atmosphere is created, and so that we can get to where we're trying to go as far as advancing the kingdom and the manifestation of God's Spirit in our worship experience.
Yes, sir. Well, just out of curiosity, and like I have shared with you before, that this would never happen between the two of us. But if you had someone who was a part of the music team and you just began to sense, okay, you know what, this is either maybe not their place, maybe their season is done with the ministry, or maybe it's just not the fit for them, how would you address to that individual that that's actually what's going on, and how to deal with that? Because I think sometimes we think of that as a negative thing, and sometimes it's either one, they're out of place, or two, they're, like I just mentioned, their season might just be coming to a close.
Yeah. So I think, again, clarity is key. And when a pastor or leader can be clear about the sound that they're trying to create, the atmosphere they're trying to create, the direction they're trying to go in, that allows people to see where they fit in the vision, see if they can help facilitate that. And if not, then at times, people have to part and move on. But clarity, I believe, is key. So if we all know where we're trying to go, we know who needs to be on the ship and who doesn't. So I believe clarity is important to moving forward through that type of relationship.
Yes, sir. And I want to also just say a word of encouragement for those who might be involved in music ministry and maybe feeling like they're going through a transition or something like that, that sometimes those things do happen and it's okay. Like Pastor just said, from the pastoral perspective, that clarity needs to be made known. It's the same thing on our side as well from a musician standpoint. Just express to your leadership where you are, and you'll find that more often than not, they already know anyway. So, because that's their job, is to kind of already be in tune with what's going on for your salvation. So, well, that being said, we're going to go ahead and conclude this installment of 5 Minutes on Worship. Again, like we've mentioned before, if you would like to find out more information about Destiny, you can go to dciflow.com. You can also visit newsoundofworship.com or newsoundmusicgroup.com to find more of these installments of 5 Minutes on Worship. So thank you for tuning in. Please make sure to like or subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next broadcast.